Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and in this video we're going to be previewing all 7 races on day 1 of the Chester Festival to hopefully keep our good festival fever kind of videos going at the moment. We had a really good Punchestown Festival a couple of weeks ago, and since then we've just been doing our normal vlogging and just reflecting on our selections today. It wasn't a bad day for us in the end. We had a winner at Thirsk with Mango Chutney winning at 7-2, and also as well our last selection tipped up at 6-4 last night. Lust for Glory, Nicky Henderson's bumper horse at Ludlow, always has a very good record at the track, does Nicky, and in the end it was a comfortable winner under Jeremiah McGrath, and that horse will be interesting to see when it probably goes novice hurdling. Could go in the next couple of months, definitely one stick in the memory bank. It was really impressive, and it'll be interesting to see how that horse does when it goes over obstacles. Anyway, enough of me waffling on, we'll get straight into the action for tomorrow's horse racing, and the first race at Chester tomorrow starts at 1:15, quite a wide open race I thought, but the one that took my eye, the one I thought had the strongest fancy for me, was Lihou, which is round about 7-2 bookmakers at the moment, trained by David Evans. Fran Berry booked for the ride. This horse was quite good in the Brocklesby at Doncaster, finishing in 4th place, and the form of that Brocklesby has worked out quite well, with the 3rd place winning the other day. Wasn't expecting that, and also as well the Mick Shannon horse has gone in a couple of times since, so the form of that race is looking quite strong, and I thought really Lihou with 7-2 bookmakers at the moment from stall 5, good attackive chance tomorrow, getting out early, I thought could definitely go really close, and that's going to be my selection in the 150. In the 225 we're going for Forever Together here, around about 12-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Aidan O'Brien. Donanshire, his son, who rode Saxon Warrior to the 2000 Guinea success the other day, is booked for the ride. Isn't his first string, it looks like, in the betting, as Ryan Moore's got another ride, more shorter odds in the betting, but I thought Forever Together looked really interesting. Ran a couple of times over the mile in Ireland towards the end of last year, but it's going to go up in trip tomorrow, and I thought it would definitely relish that. It's by Galileo, which suggests it should get the extra distance. Also as well on the dam side as well, it's all got a little bit of stamina in, so I thought its pedigree really did suggest it's going to suit the step up in trip. Also as well, it's got a good handy stall 3 tomorrow, and I thought for me in this race it could be a good each way bet, and it's going to be my selection there at 12-1 Forever Together in the 225. We then go to the 3 o'clock, quite competitive handicap, going with a horse here called Billy Dillon, round about 8-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by David O'Meara, who recently acquired this horse, and Andrea Zany I thought was an interesting jockey booking tomorrow. This horse is a previous course and distance winner, and I thought really had a really good chance of going all the way. It's off a mark of 85, and it's £1 lower now than it was above its last winning mark, so it's now 84, and I thought really had a really good chance of making the frame tomorrow, and for me it was a fair each way bet, and that's going to be the selection in the 3 o'clock, Billy Dillon. Our next selection in the 3:35, the feature race of the day, quite a difficult race I thought on paper to work out, but one I quite liked was Proschema, trained by Tom Dascombe. Richard Kingscote takes the ride. They often have a lot of winners here at Chester, as it's one of their local tracks, around about 7-1 bookmakers at the moment. 2 wins this year, and the last win at Haydock was really impressive. It won by commanding over 10 lengths in the end, and really you'd like to think it will come on for that run even more, and you know it's going to stay really well. So for me, I thought if it could get into the lead like it did last time with a front running display around the tight track, it could go really well and it could outstay them all, and I thought 7-1 tomorrow, it should definitely make the frame, and I thought again that wouldn't be a bad each way bet, and for me that's going to be our selection there. We then go to the 405, and I'm going with Baritone here, trained by Sir Michael Stout. Ryan Moore booked for the ride. He was booked on the ride last time when it finished 2nd at Leicester, and this has kind of got the hallmarks of a Sir Michael Stout horse. It cost a lot of money, and Sir Michael Stout, even though he doesn't often have a lot of first time out winners, he does really well with his young horses at improving them from each run, and I thought tomorrow at 10-3 bookmakers at the moment, I thought you had to take on the John Gosden horse, and I thought this was the selection to do it with. That was Baritone in the 405. We then go to the 435, again another competitive handicap, going with a horse called Bungee Jump here, around about 11-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Grace Harris, who's kind of a small stable, but Cameron Noble, good conditional jockey. He's had some rides on spare parts, you might remember a couple of times on the all-weather season earlier in the year, is booked for the ride, taking a good 5 off. Now this horse I thought had a really good chance tomorrow. It's been running really well, and it was only recently acquired by Grace Harris. It was previously with Kevin Ryan, but I thought really could go quite well tomorrow. And also as well, another thing I thought was quite interesting is the fact that Grace Harris's yard have been going in really good form at the moment. They've got 50% strike rate. They've had 2 winners from the last 4 runs. Stable's in good form. Also as well, good draw tomorrow as well. Stall 4. And this horse as well is normally a front runner. If it could get another early lead, it could be really hard to pick back. And it's been running some good races recently. And I thought 11-1 with bookmakers at the moment could be a good thing there. Our last selection tomorrow is in the 505 with a horse called Roaring Forties, trained by Rebecca Basterman, whose stable have been really good in form at the moment. Martin Harley booked for the ride, and this horse is a previous course winner. Won this track a couple of years ago, but it's been a little bit in and out over the last couple of years. But I thought really it had a good chance of making the frame tomorrow. It's around about 12-1 bookmakers at the moment, and I thought the return to a stiffer track should suit it. And with the yard going really well, I thought this was a hard race to work out. But if you had to pin me down for a selection, Roaring Forties would be it in the 505. Anyway, they're the selections for tomorrow's horse racing on all the races at Chester. Let us know what you fancy tomorrow, what you might be having a bet on. Let us know in the comments box below. Also as well, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here at Lucky Loaders 15 so you don't miss the following day's predictions for Chester, which will upload obviously tomorrow and then the day after for those races. So please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and also as well for more horse racing betting videos. Also as well, you can follow me on Twitter at Lucky Loaders 15 for all the gossip throughout the day. So follow me on there if you don't do so already. So that's all I've got to say. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.